So today we're gonna start a new 1-hour crafting series. I am just so excited. So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am bringing back this series because a lot of you have been emailing me and asking me when the 1-hour crafting series is going to come back, and I promise you it would. So here we are, and the purpose of this series first is to hang out together, to kind of interact in the chat a little bit, and also to hopefully get a project finished within the hour. So grab yourself a glass of wine or tea and let's get crafting. So if you are new, please do subscribe because this series is going to be so much fun. We're gonna have a 1-hour crafting video every Friday evening, and it's just gonna be a fun time to relax and just to get together. So for today's project, I want to make a folio album. You can use this folio also as a recipe book. We have been trying some new recipes here at home. The girls love to bake, and I kind of want to document not just the recipes but also like pictures of us just kind of making a mess in the kitchen. So I'm super excited. I do have a collection that I'm going to be using that it just came from my stash, so I'm gonna be working with my stash as well. So I invite you to look at your stash and see what you have. So this is the Amber and Apricot collection by Blue Fern Studios, and I love it, and I don't know why I haven't been using these. I do have some scraps, so I know I made a project with this before, but I have just a lot of paper left here, so I'm gonna be using these for this project here. And I'm also going to be working on a cutting guide as I do these tutorials. I don't think I will have it every week, but when I do, I will let you know, and I will have those available on my website for those of you who want to see the cutting guide in front of you as you are working on the project. But for supplies for today, I'm going to be using just some craft color cardstock and some chipboard, and then your basic crafty supplies. You're gonna need your glue, your tape, some magnets. I do intend for this to be very easy, and so if you're a beginner album maker, you can definitely follow along and make these projects. They're gonna be really easy to make. So now I'm going to start by just cutting my chipboard and wrapping that on my cardstock. So I'm using 65-pound cardstock. For most of my books, I use 65-pound cardstock for like the binding, and then I use 110-pound for pages, especially for mini albums if they're gonna be more of a heavy type of page. But for this book, I'm gonna be doing everything on 65-pound cardstock, which is the lightweight. Okay, so we're gonna start with the chipboard. So I am going to cut one piece at 8.5 by 7. Okay, and then I'm going to cut a second piece at 8.5 by 6.5. Okay, then we're gonna do 2 pieces of 8.5 by 1. Okay, so we're just gonna do 1 and 1 here. And then I'm going to do 1 piece of 8.5 by 4. Okay, so 1 is going to be the width because I do want this folio to kind of just hold memories and recipes for fall, and particularly for this year, because when the books get too big, sometimes it's hard to finish adding pictures, and I am trying to keep up with projects and pictures, which is very challenging sometimes. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and wrap these on our cardstock. Okay, so we're gonna first put together 3 pieces of our cardstock. I'm just going to join these here using my glue. We're gonna put 1 on top, and then I'm going to add this other one, so that's gonna go right there. And then we're gonna add our chipboard. So I'm going to put the 4-inch piece on the right, then you're gonna add the 1-inch here, and you're gonna put the larger piece, which is in the 7 by 8.5. That's gonna be on the center, and then you're gonna add the other 1-inch, and the one that measures 6.5 is going to go on the other side. Okay, so 6.5, 1, 7, 1, and 4. That's how you want to have them. And when we glue this, you want to make sure that your in between chipboard pieces are not lined up with the connection piece of the cardstock, because you don't want that to eventually open up. So you're gonna move that and just make sure that it's not on the same place. Okay, now we're gonna start by gluing the larger piece here. I'm just gonna go ahead and add this. Okay, so just a little bit of glue, and we're gonna put this one down. Okay, and then we're gonna add the 2 other pieces, and you want to make sure there is about 1/8 of an inch in space in between. Okay, so we're gonna put this right here. Okay, and then we're gonna glue the 4-inch piece down. My glue is coming out really slow, but that's okay. Then we're just gonna put this here, and now we're gonna do the same on the other side. Add the 1-inch piece. Okay, leaving a little space in between the 2 pieces, and then we're gonna add the last piece here. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go like this. Okay, that should be okay. And then we're gonna put these down. Okay, now we're gonna use our double-sided tape, but I'm also going to just kind of trim the extra on this side. You want only about 1 inch around. Okay, and then you're also going to cut these corners out. Okay, so we're gonna cut this, I'm gonna cut this. Okay, and then right there. And then we're just going to be adding some double-sided tape. Okay, so I'm just gonna add maybe here. Okay, so I'm gonna add this, and let's go ahead and press down. And then what you want to do is massage the cardstock, and then just slowly fold these down. Okay, so we're gonna fold and press down and fold, and there we go. So now we're just gonna press here, and I'm going to remove the tape. Okay, so then I'm going to remove the tape, and I'm also going to add a little bit of glue here. Okay, and then press down. And when you press down, you want to score on your gap lines right there, just kind of marking the folding lines here. Okay, and then you're also gonna tuck in the chipboard here and the cardstock. Just gonna press this down, and then on this side also press down. And then we are going to do the same on this side. Got to cut this one. Okay, we're gonna add our tape. Press down, and then we're going to fold. Fold, and then you're going to, every time you fold, you want to press down a little bit more, okay, so that way your cardstock is not going to crack. And then we're going to press down, okay, and we're going to remove the tape. Get this out, and I'm gonna add a little more glue here too. Okay, so go and fold this. Okay, so now we're just gonna press down, and mark on your bending lines, and then you're gonna tag in the corners here and here. Okay, so now we're gonna do the same for the sides. So you're just gonna fold and press down, and we're gonna add the tape right here. Okay, and then just remove and press down. Okay, and then we're going to do the same. Okay, so we're gonna fold and press down. And here we go. And then we're just going to remove the tape and press down. And there we go. So now we have the base of the folio. So the 6.5 is going to come on the front, and then this one is going to come on top of that page here, and that is going to be our folio. Now we're gonna open this up, and we are going to protect the spine. So I'm going to just cut 2 pieces of cardstock, and I'm gonna use some scraps that I have here next to me, and these are going to be probably about 4, okay, by 8.25. Okay, so 4 by 8.25, and we are going to just simply glue these on the spine to protect the chipboard piece. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and add the glue, and my glue's not really flowing really well, so I'm just gonna go ahead and clean this up. Does that happen to you? Oh my goodness, for me, every time I start recording, my glue stops working. Okay, so here we go. Just gonna go ahead and add the glue here, and I do want to add a lot of glue, okay, and especially on the chipboard here. Okay, so we're gonna put this down right there, and then I'm going to press down. Okay, and I'm going to add this one. Okay, so we're gonna put this other one on this side, and we're just going to press down. Okay, so press, and then we're going to bring our ruler, and we are going to score along the bending lines again. So you're going to find the gap here on the top, and you're gonna line that up with the gap on this bottom section, and you are just going to score. Okay, and go really gentle here when you score. I'm actually gonna go with this one. Okay, and then you're gonna score, and then do the same on this other bending line. Okay, so score, and then you're going to fold. Okay, so we're gonna fold, and then we're gonna fold this side here. Okay, and let's do the same. Okay, so score on the bending lines. Okay, and score. Okay, and then we can go ahead and start folding and fold this one too. Okay, and now we secure the binding on both sides. Okay, so now we're gonna put this on the side, and we are going to be working on the inside of the folio. And so I'm going to first start with my base, and then we're gonna build onto this piece. So this one is going to be 6 3/4 by 8 1/4. Okay, and then we're gonna be adding layouts to this page. And so to that, I am going to be adding 2 pieces, and these are going to be here at 6 3/4. Okay, so let me line those two, 6 3/4, and this is going to be by 9 1/2. Okay, and then we are going to score these 2 pieces here. We're gonna score these at 1 and at 1 1/2. Okay, and same thing for the second one. We're going to score at 1 and 1 1/2, and then we're going to fold and fold. Okay, and then we'll do the same for this one. Fold and fold. And then we're going to go ahead and glue one of these along the top. Okay, so I'm going to add my glue on the 1 inch. And we're going to put this here. Okay, and press down, and then we're going to add the glue, and put this one on the bottom. Okay, and press down. So now we have these 2 pages, and we have a 1/2 inch gusset, so we're gonna be building on the inside of this section now. And so first I'm going to add a pocket. So one of the things that I love doing if I want to add recipes is add all kinds of pockets everywhere. So I'm going to cut this piece at 7 3/4, and this is going to be by 4. 7 3/4 by 4, and this is going to be scored at 1/2 inch, 7 1/4. Okay, along the 7 3/4, you're gonna do 1/2 and 7 1/4, and then along the 4 inches we're going to score at 1/2 inch. Okay, and we are going to cut the corners to make this into a pocket. So cut and cut, and then we're going to fold. Okay, so fold along the score lines, fold and fold. Okay, and then I'm to bring this back, and I'm going to open the top, and on this section here is where I'm going to put this pocket. Okay, so we're gonna glue it here. Make sure that you are not gluing it on this 1/2 inch line. So we're gonna put it right there and add some glue. Add some glue. Okay, and put that right there and press down. Okay, so press and press. Okay, so now we have a pocket on this side. Okay, so now we are going to go back to cutting, and I'm going to cut a piece. This is going to be 8, okay, and by 11. And so we are going to score along the 11 inches at 1/2, okay, at 1 and at 6, okay, 1/2, 1 and 6. And for this one, I'm going to fold along the score lines. Okay, folds here, and then this one here we're gonna fold to the top. Okay, so you're gonna have this piece that looks like this, and then we are going to go ahead. Oh, I want to make sure that this is 11. See how this is coming out? A lot of the times cardstock paper doesn't come exactly at 11, so always double check. And so now I'm going to open this up and open this down, and we are going to glue this 1/2 inch onto the left side of this page. Okay, so add some glue, and we're gonna put this one right there. Okay, and press down. Okay, so now we have this opening, and then this whole thing opens, and then press down. Okay, now for the other side, I'm going to cut this other piece, and this is going to be 7 by 8 inches. Okay, 7 by 8. And then here we're going to score along the 7 inches at 1/2 and at 3/4. Okay, so 1/2 and 3/4. And then we're going to fold and fold. Okay, and then I'm going to keep this to the side because I'm going to build onto this page before I add it onto my book. Okay, so now we're gonna cut 6 pieces, and these are going to be 7 1/4 by 4. Okay, so here we have 2, and we got these at 4. Okay, and then here we're gonna do, see if I have enough knots, but I'm gonna use some of my scrap pieces here for these. So 4 by 7 1/4, and then I have one more here, so 4 by 7 1/4. And then we are going to make pockets with all of these. So we are going to cut to score along the 4 inches. We're going to score at 1/2 inch, And along the 7¼ we're going to score at half and at 6 3/4. Okay, and we are going to do the same for all of these. So half, 6 3/4, and then half. And then we're going to cut the corners for all of these. Okay, and then we're just going to fold along score lines. Bring back our page, and you want to make sure that you have the score lines along the side or the right side here, and we're gonna start building our pockets. So what I want to do is kind of like a pocket waterfall, so I'm going to stay away from the top about 3/4 inches there, and then we're just going to go ahead and add the first pocket. Okay, so we're gonna go like this here. Okay, and we're just going to put this down. Okay, and then press down. Okay, and then we're gonna add the next pocket here. So again, I'm going to space this about 3/4 inches from the top here, and you want to make sure that you have enough. So I'm just gonna test, see my spacing. Of course, you could just simply measure it if you want to be really exact, but I'm just gonna see how this is going to go. Maybe a little bit higher. There we go, like that. And then I have the next here, and then the next one here. If you guys hear snoring, it's my dog. She's always next to me, but she snores pretty loud. Okay, so then we can put this one here. I think I might just need 5 pockets to be more spaced out, but if you wanted to have the 6, maybe we can put them closer together. So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue these pieces. Okay, and then I'm gonna add this one here. Okay, and then press, and then press. Okay, and then we're gonna add the next one, and I'm making each one of these pockets to kind of have like an ending instead of being like a bigger pocket, because I want to add maybe 4x6 recipe cards in here. That will be kind of fun to have a place to just add all of those recipes. Okay, so we're gonna put this right there. Okay, and then press down. the pocket. Now this last one, you want to make sure you really get these corners really good. And we're just gonna put this one on the edge. And there we go. So now press down, press down. And there we go. So now we have our waterfall pockets page here that we can add all of those recipes. And I like that they all have like an ending, and then don't just go all the way through. Okay, so now we're gonna put this back or add it to our page. So this is going to go right here on the right side. Okay, so we're gonna add glue on the 1/2 inch. Okay, and put this right there. Okay, and then press down. Okay, we're gonna open that up and press down. Okay, and then we have the 1/4 inch gusset here, so when you open this page you have some room, and then we can also have something, a little area to add something else in there. So, and then this is gonna close, and this is gonna close here on the top. So now on the backpack section, I'm just going to add an easy layout. So let's do 2 pieces, and these are going to be, let's do 5.5. Okay, so maybe by 6. Okay, so 5.5 by 6, and then we can score this at 1/2 inch along the 5.5. Okay, so 1/2 and 1/2, and then we're just simply going to fold and fold, and then those 2 are going to go on that very last panel. So open, 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 and oops, and then I can put these ones here. So you can either put one up and one down, or you can put them side to side. So I'm gonna do up and down. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one right at the center. Okay, so press. And then this one. So lots of room just on this little section here. Okay, so I'm gonna put that right there. Press down. Okay, so we have an up and down, we have a back section to add a larger picture maybe, and then this is gonna fold on top, this is going to fold on top here, and then this is also going to open up, and then we have this that comes on top, and then this that closes everything in place. So that is gonna be the section. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this and down here at the center. Okay, so let's add glue. And we're gonna put these here. Now let's go ahead and open and open and open and open, and then we can press down. Okay. And so now we're going to go ahead and close all of these, and I'm going to add magnets on this book. So mainly I'm just gonna put 2 on top of these pockets. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 and 2, and I'm gonna add my tape. Okay, so let's put this one here. Okay, and then one here. And then we're gonna add these two. And put magnet with the tape facing up. This tape is so sticky, I love it. Okay, so we're gonna put that, and then you're gonna hold your gussets here perpendicular, so when you close these they're not getting kind of like flat. Okay, so you want that 1/2 inch gusset to stay. And then I'm just gonna press on the side of the tape and then open this up and just press on your tape. Okay, so that's gonna be magnets here, and then I want a magnet on this page. Okay, so one right here, and the magnets that I use are 10 by 1 millimeter magnets, and I just refresh my Amazon link on my Amazon store so you can find the latest magnets that I recently purchased. So all my typical or my most used and favorite craft supplies you can find on my Amazon store. Okay, so there we go. So that's gonna go right there, and that's gonna close. And then I don't think we need anything here because this is heavy enough, and same thing for that. So we're just gonna close, close, close. And so then I'm going to cut my design cardstock, and this is going to be 8 by 6.5. Okay, so 8 and by 6.5. Okay, so this is going to go right here on top. Oh, actually not 8, sorry. 7 3/4. The page measures 8, so I'm gonna cut that a little bit smaller. So there we go. And we are going to add, this side is so pretty too, add some glue. Okay, so we're gonna put that. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, so we're gonna put that right here and press down. Now I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to use this page, but I'm gonna put it on this side because I love that. So this is going to be 4 3/4, and then I'm going to cut this by 7 3/4 here. Okay, so put that right there. I'm only gonna embellish just a little bit so we don't take too long with it. Okay, so I'm just gonna add this here. It's gonna go right there. So then I'm also going to cut this page at 7 3/4 by 6.5. Okay, and then this one is going to go all the way on the back of the book. So let's open, 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 and then we're gonna put this one right here. Okay, so I'm just gonna add my glue. And there we go. Okay, so that will go here, and then I'm going to continue with the, oh, actually I'm going to go ahead and also use this piece, or maybe this piece here, to finish up that pocket. So I'm going to cut this piece at 6.5. by 3 1/4. Okay, so 6 1/2 by 3 1/4, and that will go here on the pocket. Okay, so let's take this out, and I like both sides. Maybe I'll use that one. Okay, so we're gonna add the glue, and we're gonna put this right there. Okay, and then for the back, maybe I can use this here, so this will also be 6 1/2. Okay, and then we can have this by 4 1/4 I have here. So I'm gonna just put this one on the back right there. Okay, so let's add glue, and there we go. So that's gonna be this side. I'll finish up adding more cardstock later on, but now let's go ahead and work on the other section. Okay, so for that side, I am going to start with one piece at 6 1/4 by 8 1/4. Okay, 6 1/4 by 8 1/4, and then here I am going to cut 2 pieces of cardstock, and these are going to be 8 1/4. Okay, and we're gonna do this by 7. Okay, and we are going to score along the 7 inches. I'm sorry, here I don't have a lot of space. We are going to score at 1/2 inch and at 3/4 inches. Okay, so 1/2 inch and 3/4, and 1/2 inch and 3/4, and then we're going to fold along the score lines. Okay, and fold along here as well, and then we are going to add 1 on each side. Okay, so let's add glue on the 1/2 inch, and we're gonna put 1 right here. Okay, and press down. Okay, and then we're going to open that up and add this other one. Okay, on the other side. Okay, and then press down, open that up, press down, and press down here. And then we're just going to put these two together. Okay, and we're gonna have a 1/4 inch gusset for this page here. Now on this page, what I want to do on the top is to add an easel card or an easel feature, because that is gonna be like perfect if we want to kind of have a recipe card in there and we want to see it as a display. So I'm going to cut this at 6 1/4, and this is going to be by 8 1/4. Okay, and then I'm going to cut another piece, and this one is going to be 6 1/4. I'm gonna cut it long ways like this, and then this is going to be 8 3/4. Okay, and we are going to score these here. We're gonna score at 4 1/8. okay, and at 8 1/4. Okay, so 4 1/8 and 8 1/4. And then we're going to fold along the score lines here. Okay, and then we're gonna fold this way. Okay, so you're gonna have a folding here on the half and a folding here along the top. And then I'm going to bring back the page that we just made together here, this opening, and we are going to glue this on top of this front flap. Okay, so I'm going to add my glue and put these along the front here. Okay, and then this other piece that is just 6 1/4 by 8 1/4, we're going to glue on this bottom section. So we're gonna add glue here. We're keeping this open, but we're gonna add the glue here. Okay, so from the score line down, and then we're going to just simply put this one on top. Okay, and that's gonna give you your easel page there. Now there's two things that we are going to do. So first, I want to have a pocket to kind of keep that easel page open, and then I want to have a pocket to display our recipe card. So we're gonna need one piece at 7 1/4, sorry, 7 1/4 by 4. Let's do by 3 1/2. Okay, and then I'm going to do another piece at 7 1/4 by 2. Okay, and then we're going to score along the 7 1/4 at half, at 6 3/4, and along the 3 1/2 at half. And for the other one, we're gonna do the same, half, 6 3/4, and along the 2 inches, we're going to score at half. And then we're going to cut the corners here. Okay, so we're gonna cut corners for the pockets. And then we're going to fold along the score lines. Okay. And here. Okay. And then on this front section, on the front easel, we're gonna put the small pockets. Okay, so here we go, and we're gonna put that right here. Okay, so there we go. Okay, and just press down, and then you're gonna open that up, and on this flap, the same one where you added this opening top, you are going to add the other pocket. Okay, so we're gonna add the glue and add the glue, and we're gonna put these down here and then press down. Okay, so there we go. So now we have our easel page that's gonna open up right there. And then let's say you have your recipe card or your magazine cutouts, and then you just go ahead and put it there, so that way you can kind of read it as you are you know, you have your folio open with your recipes on the table. So now we're gonna go ahead and add this flap, this whole thing on that section. And there's actually one more layout I want to add on the back, but let's go ahead and glue this first. Okay, and then we're gonna just add the whole thing here. Okay, so make sure that you open it so you can see the back page. Just gonna put this down here. Okay, and press it. Okay, and so I'm just going to give it a good press, and then I'm going to close this. We have here our easel feature. You can use this back as an extra pocket, and then this is going to be the holder for your recipe. And then I'm just gonna add one more layout on the back page, and so I am just going to simply cut 4 pieces, and these are going to be 7 by 5.5. Okay, so 7 by 5.5 and 7 by 5.5. And then you're going to score at 1/2 inch along the 5.5. Okay, so here we go, 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch here. And then we're just going to fold and fold. Okay, so fold and fold. And then I'm going to cut one of my design papers. So let me get this one out. And this is going to be 8, okay, by 6. And I'm going to bring this page, and this is going to go all the way back here. Okay, so we're gonna glue this down. Okay, so 8 by 6 go in here. And then I'm going to add these pages as a little booklet at the center. So first I'm going to glue this one on top of the other. So we're gonna add glue and add this one on top. Okay, so press down. And then I'm going to add the next one. And then we're going to add the next one here. Okay, so 4 little sections, and then you can go ahead and glue the whole thing down. Okay, so I'm gonna put this right at the center and then press down. Okay, so now we have our booklet, so I'm just gonna press press here, and then the last one just gonna press down. Okay, and then this is going to close, and then this is going to close here on top. So I do want to add a magnet. Okay, so a couple magnets on this page. Let's add some tape. Where's my other tape? It's okay. Add some tape here. Okay, and then we're gonna close this whole thing. So when you close this, again, make sure that your gussets are perpendicular, and then just press down, and then we're gonna open that up and press down. And then I also want to make sure that this is closed, so I'm going to add a magnet right there. Okay, so right at the center, and then I'm going to put this one on the top. Okay, so just close this down, and then I also want to put another one back here. Okay, so let's add one back there. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it on the back of my easel, and then this one's gonna go on front, right there. Okay, so there we go. So now we don't have so many flapping flopping pages. So this is going to have your easel, and then this is going to magnetize, and then it's gonna open and open, and then you have a little booklet in there. And then of course you also have the pockets back here. So that's gonna be this page. Let's go ahead and just quickly add our design paper. So I'm going to use this piece. So this is going to be 6 by 8, right? And then we're gonna put this one down right here. Okay, so let's take out this, put this here. Okay, and then for this section, let's see, cute little paper to add a little bit of contrast. Let's see, what do I have? Oh, I love this one, but I don't know if this is enough. Oh yes, actually this works. So I'm going to trim this down a little bit, and then we want to make sure this is 6. Okay, so we're gonna put this right there, and then this is gonna open up, and I do need to add paper on this little pocket, so I'm just gonna use the same, that way it kind of goes together. Let's see. So we're gonna cut these at 6 by 2 3/4. Okay, and then we're gonna put this here. We can use this actually, or you can use this one. I'm gonna go for this one. And we're gonna remove this tape and glue this down. Okay, so there we go. And let's see here. So I'm gonna do 2 pieces. I'm gonna use this one, and this is going to be 8 by 6. Okay, and then we're going to glue these two, and I love because this looks like honeycombs. Okay, so we're gonna open and open, and we're gonna glue these down. Okay, so one there, and then one here. Okay, and we're just gonna add these. And here we go. So I'm just gonna put this one right in there. Okay, so now we're just gonna finish up the cover. So first I'm going to add magnets here. So I'm gonna put 3 magnets to keep this close. So let's add tape, and I'm just gonna put this right here. Okay, so 1, 2, and let's do one more. Okay, so 3 magnets, and then we're going to add the magnets here on top. Okay, and I'm going to add my tape. Okay, so 2 and 3. Oops, here we go. Okay, and then I'm also going to add just a little bit of glue on the magnets. Okay, so there we go, and then we're going to close this. So we're gonna close that, and then close this. Make sure that your gussets here are perpendicular, or your spines. Okay, and then we're just gonna close this like that. And I'm actually gonna add just a couple more just in case. So I'm going to add 2 more here. Okay, so I'm gonna put my magnets, and then we're just gonna add the ones on top. So now we have all of our magnets added. I love these folios, they just feel so nice. And then I'm quickly going to just add my design paper. So I know I want this one on the back, so I'm gonna cut this at 8 1/4 by 6 3/4. Okay, and then we're gonna glue this one back here. Okay, and I just love how this paper kind of looks like wallpaper, although it's not texture or anything, it's just flat. It's just really pretty. Okay, so we're gonna add lots of glue here and put this down. Okay, and then for the front, I am going to be using, I have 2 pages that I kind of want to use. This one, but I also want to use, let me show you this one here. So one of the 2, I think I might use this one. I don't know, yes. It's so hard to choose. Okay, so we're gonna go with this one here. So I'm going to cut these down. So first we're gonna cut these at 6 1/4. Okay, this is going to be by 8 1/4, and that's gonna be the back. And then for the little section on top, I'm going to use this side. So again, 8 1/4 by 3 3/4 this time. Okay, and then let's just glue this down. Okay, so I'm gonna take all of these tape and we're gonna glue this page. Okay, so pretty simple. The paper is so pretty, so we're just gonna put that, and then I'm going to, oh, not this side, I'm gonna glue this here, and then we're gonna need another piece for the inside. Okay, so we're just gonna add this one right here. And then for the inside, I can probably use these. So I'm gonna cut this at 8 1/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, and then we're just going to put this piece here. I'll take this out. And let's remove the tape and just glue this down. Okay, so take this, and this. How cute is this coming? Just love how these turned out. I love working with like folios. They're just so fast to make and so cute and practical, and they're easy to store. I mean, they're just the best. So now I'm going to add this little centerpiece I have from the like chipboard ephemera that came with this collection. And so we can put, I have this one, Sweet as a Bee, so I'm gonna put this here. Okay, so we're just gonna glue this down. Now always keep in mind that on your covers you can always just add a beautiful picture or like a little picture frame with the picture that's kind of is the theme for the book, right? So you don't always have to embellish with the paper collection all the time. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put that. With that said, I'm gonna use the paper collection and then maybe something else here. So I think the collection is also pretty and it's a little bit busy, so I won't add too much. So I do want to add this. It says The Good Life, since this book is gonna be recipe but also like memory keeping, and we're gonna put that right there. So I'm gonna keep it pretty simple, pretty plain, not too many embellishments, not flowers this time. I might change my mind though. So I will do a final reveal once I am done adding the paper on the inside, but I think this turned out really cute. So I'm just gonna do a quick walkthrough here of what we did. So we have a pocket on this page. We can still, you know, finish decorating and stuff, but you have a layout for pictures back here. Then we have pockets that you can use for either recipes or memories or pictures or things like that. But I love having tons of pockets, especially if this is gonna kind of function also as a recipe book. And then this opens and opens, and the good thing about this layout here, you can also add some more photo mats or recipe cards here on the center, and then keep all of that close. Pocket here, and then for this side we have the easel where you can display again your recipe cards if you kind of take them out of the pocket and you're working on that and you want to look at that as you are cooking. And then this opens up, you have a pocket, and then this whole thing opens to the side and to the side, and then you have another booklets here. And so that is gonna be this project for our 1 hour crafting fall edition for today. I really hope that you guys enjoy the project. If you wanted to make these using a cutting guide, I do have that available as a PDF on my website. I'll link it below. But other than that, thank you so much for crafting along with me or joining me. Let me know what other projects you would like to see on this 1 hour crafting series, and I'm excited. Thank you again for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.